Hello everyone, this is Wrestling in Mom's Basement. This is going to be a retro review for Summerslam 2010. I, of course, Patrick Young. This gentleman to my right is my co-host, Joe Benito.
Summerslam 2010 took place on August 15, 2010, from the Staples Center in Los Angeles, California. Attendance 14,178. Commentators: Matt Stricker, Mike Holt, Jerry Lawler. This show focused on Line Day, the Next Invasion. Back in February, let's go with for 2010. ECW was replaced by a new competition show called NXT. 8 rookies tried to become the next Superstar with Wade Barrett win the competition. One night in June, these 8 men took over and the arena to end the show. And our next year, most of these men, now called Nexus, terrorized the company and John Cena in particular. Tonight is Team WWE versus Team Nexus in a Survivor Series elimination tag match. We also
Who's ready for the Survivor Series? WrestleMania, the song had it too, so.
We also have Kane versus Mysterio and Orton versus Sheamus in title matches. Let's get to it. Open videos about how change can affect so many things, such as Nexus destroying everything. Like Eric Collins on cover case versus Dolph Ziggler. Dolph's defendant has Vicky with him. He used to have fallen ridiculous number of times, even Trump and Edge versus Cena at this point.
Yes.
Ziggler's title took the title 9 days ago with Vicky's assistance. Vicky's excuse me stomach's on called by Kofi's music. Takes the quickly takes down, stomps away. Before clothesline down to the outside, Suicide Dive totally bestowed Ziggler gets a breather. Back in the Champion House, I forget 2 of a neck breaker. We hit it early, chill out, but Kofi's out in a few seconds. Instead, Dolph sets a face rush and then buckle for 2. We were hitting a hanging neck step for 2. Alternate chill out for a few moments until the jump elbow drop gets 2. We hit the chin lock number 4, but Kofi gets bored, goes up the champion before hitting the boom drop. The middle rope cross buys roll through, getting 2 for Dolph as things speed up. A finisher puts Kofi down for 2 more, but he pops up and clotheslines Dolph back down. The champion was Trouble Paradise and hooks his sleeper, but the Nexus ran into the DQ.
Yeah, so as the match goes, so it was a fine opener. Kofi and Dolph had like a 3 dozen of these matches in this time period, so yeah, they're good, but they all sort of just run together. Because that's apparently who could only wrestle for the United States title. I'm sorry, no, the Intercontinental. Isn't it? Yes. They run together so much, I forget. They even transcend totals. But I guess John Cena's punching bags need to look in the opener because they weren't going to get in the end.
These 2 are capable of having far better matches so that they don't have to kill time until the run get in. Far too much matches spent in chinlockery. And then it's a rear band opening match for SummerSlam. Kofi takes his career path as Ziggler's about to start his climb to the top of the company.
I gave it a C-.
Same. Ziggler Beals and Nexus destroys Kingston. Barrett talks about how Team WWE only has 6 men, but the 7th doesn't matter. Because Nexus is going to destroy them. This felt like they were going to roll. Jericho bakes this right back in the US Champion. The Miz on TWV. Edge is on the Miz's other side using a Slim Jim. Because Edge is awesome. Jericho says that Miz is doing this in LA could be bigger than Titanic or Avatar, but Miz on the Steven Charter.
I'm sorry, AEW has white people dancing in the crowd.
To the Hardys.
I swear we're professional.
To the Hardys music.
Or is it Keith Lee? No, it'd be Hardys.
Jeff got the pin.
Okay.
So,
I'm sorry, I swear we're professional.
I'm sorry, that was distracting.
Yeah, it really was.
I've never seen them like dance like that to the Hardys music.
Yeah.
Divas title, Alicia Fox versus Melina. Alicia's champion and the flavor of the month of the division. Melina has her own headdress that makes her look like a peacock. She looks kind of stupid, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Melina take off her furry boots before we finally go. And then they steer each other for good while Melina shows her quarter. They steer each other some more. The champion takes it to the mat with a headlock before Melina comes up with forearms, also a kind of Indian death lock. Will curves up the Fox, followed by turnies the Fox ropes. Some more forms of Fox in trouble while Melina lays on a band-aid, which calls her eating herself. The knee is good up for Melina's super kick Fox when we switch shoulder first in the post. Backhand Fox was in an arm because she's not that bright. Melina realized how stupid this is and makes her come back with a kick to the ribs. A loud scream sets up a kick to the back and kind of a diamond colored face plant for the pin and the title.
Yeah, this is a bad match. Not that the other 2/3 of this match were fun, but it also completely missed the ending part of this match, where Melina pulled out something she's never actually used before to beat Alicia Fox. She used LA Knight's finish, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. However, this match would gain some notoriety because
it gave us Cameron.
It gave us Cameron. And the Stone Cold gif of who? Shout out to Tough Enough.
Both girls look great, but my dear merciful goodness. Alicia was embarrassing out there. When Jerry Lawler was making, I forgot to point out, when Jerry Lawler was making fun of you for a lack of psychology, he's a sorry for a match, when it's a Divas match. And that's what he's focused on. The Divas division hit.
That's just a bad break right there.
The Divas division hit Black Hole after Trish, Ricky, Victoria, and Leah left. And this was a great example of how bad it was getting.
D-.
Yeah. Post-match, Josh Matthews goes in to tell Melina, but here's Lake holding her up. They're the co-women's championship, and they're literally tearing the belt in two. They try to take a picture with Melina, but she kicks them over the ropes. Layla tricks Melina up to allow Michelle clearly not make contact on Big Boot. Fox tries to join him, but gets beaten down as well. The Toes will be unified next month. Trace Atkins, Marlon Waynes, and Michael Clark Duncan are here. We recap Big Show vs. Straight Edge Society. Mysterio had one match against Punk, forcing Big Show was paid. Punk wore Mesa High, but Big Show ripped off to humiliate him. Punk Society, Luke Gallows, Joey Mercury, and Serena got together and broke Bishop's hand in a segment of fighting and shoved into Bishop's face while being choked out.
It kind of looked like it was a mother bird and a baby bird.
Bishop vs. Straight Edge Society. The 3-1 handicap match. Punk has already grown in. Punk has grown in this year's shortest since then. And this. No, I'm not. This is the shortest Punk should ever been in my bed. It's literally buzz.
Yeah.
The next short look will be now.
Yes.
It looks like how he does now. We'll continue to also that CM Punk is wearing shorts on Brooke Bishop's hand. It was referenced to like Greg Valentine's on Brooke while he was late from like about 30 years prior. Show takes on his case to reveal that the hands fully healed into the free Punk outfit. Mercury.
Yeah, and you know the company that actually made the t-shirt? I listened to like a random podcast from Cole Cabana years ago with CM Punk actually doing ad runs for it when they were actually friends. The people who made that t-shirt would eventually become Pro Wrestling Tees.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Mercury charged right into Chop Gallows, because same size tagging out here, so Punk holds a conference on the apron. Gallows and Mercury jump Bishop and apparently tagging is required here. So easily first away the lackeys and palms Mercury by head from over top onto Gallows. Punk is the only one left now, and a few shots in the back easily put him down. Show misses Chop and his stuff get the Society open going for hand. The Society pounds away the really basic stuff is we're just waiting on to come back. Punk charged into the back elbow, show clean shots for a bit until Punk hits a high kick to slow him down. Some run needs a course Tiger the Giant before a double DDT from Punk and Mercury too. Punk goes also on the hand, but Show picks him on the shoulders. After drop from Punk on top of the lackeys for the short again. And Show chokes Mercury onto Gallows for a double pin.
Oh, cool! We can get to beat up two imposing looking stables for two of the friends. Great. Yeah. So essentially, this match was, the three members of the SES can't beat Big Show. Although they were able to hold him strong enough to hold him down, so Punk and Serena can stomp on his head. Okay. Yeah, the match happened.
Another dull match here. Big Show never once like it was Akai Deja Earl. That was the problem with this whole feud. Show treated Punk like an wings rather than an opponent.
Yeah.
This will lead up to the destruction of Punk at one match next month because Big Show needs that push, right?
I gave it a D.
See. Kane standing by the Undertaker's casket and talks about getting revenge on Rey Mysterio for attacking Undertaker. Royal World Champion Sheamus comes in and proposes an alliance, but Kane wants no part of it. Kane says Sheamus has guts and they'll be on the fourth year of Kane again. Sheamus is still heel here, for those wondering. Seagull also here's Miz to answer Jericho Edge's offer from earlier. Miz doesn't care if fans want him on the team or not because he's the missing link in the WWE chain. Earlier today, CDM was wrong about Miz and brags about Bret Hart begging him to be on the team on the world. Jericho gave Miz a Fozzy CD, but Miz threw it away. Miz was so important, John Morrison made Miz was the HBK team, Edge gave him Slim Jims, and Truth working out rap. Miz is the future and brags about how much he's bigger than everything else. He actually agrees to be on the team tonight, but the fans aren't allowed to do his catchphrase with him. Cole loses his mind over Miz's announcement. We recap Orton versus Sheamus. There's no to say here. As Orton won 3-way over Edge and Jericho. On the roll over shot, Sheamus won the title at failed 4-way with the unintentional assistance of Nexus. And Sheamus has been hurt, and a lot of people like who becomes Orton's next victim. Royal World title, Sheamus versus Randy Orton. Orton challenging, and that somehow wasn't clear. This is Dora Orton's beer arm's face, which was always a strange look. Cole also said that if anyone infringes Sheamus' behavior, they're suspended.
Sure.
If Orton loses, he gets a rematch. Sheamus shoves it in the corner, shoves his face, and works so well that he does again. Remember, hits in the face. Orton stops Sheamus down in the corner, and hits a clothesline, pull him down again. Orton drops another clothesline, and a third to send Sheamus to 4. The fourth straight clothesline sends Sheamus into the crowd, but Orton has to go back inside before the 10 count. Back inside, Orton hits the circle stop for 2 and a cap on the bottom rope. Since Sheamus outside again, the champion finally gets a breather. By sending Orton shoulder first to the steps, they're doing a methodical build here, which applies every long time. Sheamus takes over the power roll, being lead to the ribs over the shut off. Back up, and Orton counters a suplex and Velvet DT's turn their back up at 4. Sheamus rams Orton's back to the barricade, and looking at Orton's face is great. Back in a hard axe handle to the head is so. This, at this point, was surprisingly good stuff so far, which leaves me with very little to talk about. Then we get to the second half of the match. Sheamus grabs something resembling a crossface chicken wing, as is the case with most guys who come out of FCW. That's one of the problems with one trainer. You get a lot of the special guys. Orton comes back with kicks to the wrist, but no accident, the face takes him down. Back to the chicken wing, and Sheamus challenges Aaron Jericho, telling referee to ace him. Back up, and Orton suplexes Sheamus down, but can't follow up. They slug out, Orton take over. Fans are waiting to ring to hear. Bad power slam puts Sheamus down, was Cole's a malignant growth of momentum. Lay off the JR May first, dude. Superplex consumer Randy, but he walks into the Irish Curse. Note at this point, the High Cross Rangers was called the Irish Curse. I'm using the more well-known name now for the backbreaker, which this was for 2. The bro kick misses as Sheamus falls to the 4-1, we call an LVD2, so he comes back inside. Lartan is shoved off for 2, but Orton escapes the Irish Curse. Backbreaker. Bro kick is on good for 2, which is very rare sight to see. Why is it a rare sight to see? It's a bad finish, though. Much like here, Sheamus gets himself disqualified for a chair shot.
Yeah, to me this one was a drawn-out match. I thought like the last 5 minutes minus the final 30 seconds of it were actually really good. Before then it felt slow and plodding. Honestly, it kind of felt like an Orton match with somebody who's not necessarily a fast-paced wrestler. And Sheamus seems to be more in that period in this career as well. Nothing horribly messed up, but I wish they would have gotten along with it. And then 5 minutes happened, and then the bad finish.
Bad finish to a fairly average match here. Sheamus was getting better and better at the time. Well, it's just wondering why they booked him so badly live. That was clear telling him that he hadn't really worked hard to beat Guy Musk at this point. Mm-hmm. It was a fine match, though. And they have chemistry points, all the times they don't.
I gave it a D+.
Let's see. This is some good shit. Post-match Orton snaps and kicks Sheamus low before RKO him on the outside. The fans want Miz to get a trailer for Patricia Clark still on her subneck. And Johnson's new movie. We recap Kane versus Mysterio.
Yep.
Kane won Money in the Bank and cashed in the same night to win the SmackDown title right. This was at the same time Samoa had attacked on Taker and left him in a, quote, vegetative state because of KSA Coleman in WWE. Kane swore to find out who did, but Mysterio accused Kane of doing it himself. Tonight's rematch is somehow a way for Kane to prove his innocence.
Also, he accused Ray of doing it. So did the announcers. So did spoiler alert Taker at the end. Yeah, I'm ready to rant on something there.
SmackDown one time, Kane versus Rey Mysterio. Kane brings out
Actually, you know what? I'll rant right now. This storyline is so stupid that Rey Mysterio is stupid for not calling people out for even entertaining the thought that he's the one that took out Taker. That's how stupid this storyline is. This is WWE. This isn't a whodunit. This is a, well, it's obviously Kane.
I wrote full with a swagger.
But no, apparently we have to go on that detour of that no good lying son of a bitch Rey Mysterio could have taken out The Undertaker.
Yes, essentially Rey was working heel here.
Not really.
In WWE's mind. Because he took out Undertaker. Kane brings out Casey, I think where this is going. Kane has a quick slave start to Rey was elbow drop. Rey tries to fire some offense. And Kane usually further around the 619 loses counter. And Rey sets at 4. He slides back and hits a quick base to slide get advantage. Back at Kane punches him off the top rope before Raymond Ray back first to the place over and over. Kane drops the reverse first over top rope and slaps on beer hug. Keep things slow. Ray forms and drop kicks Kane to chest. On that Kane closes him down on a 619 attempt. Mysterio set chest first to the 4. And kicks the springboard to the 4. Kane follows him out with his caught and drop toe on the barricade. Back in a springboard headbutt to the chest, consuming Kane, but he backbreaks right down again. There's a nice story here though going Ray speed things up, but Kane is stopping with the power self. Power versus speeds one work once at a time. It helps that one both guys are very talented. Kane bends Ray back over his knee before getting to him a side slam. Mysterio manages to break up the top of the clothesline, but Ron attempt is easily blocked. Now the clothesline misses and Mysterio counters another backbreaker into a tilted world reverse ET. Here's another example of one match strikers in one.
Yep.
He calls it a slap drop. The tilted world reverse ET. Which is another name for a reverse ET. But come on, does anyone think of the goblins when they see that move? Is there some goblin babies out there that I was trying to appeal to?
I said Scorpion Deathlock. I mean, Sting's more associated with that move than the Goblins.
It comes over like him trying to sound smart without having anything at all. The C said Tom puts Kane down and spin DT gets 2 more. Hard kick to the face gets the save by Mysterio dodging the uppercut. Kane opens up the casket to show that's empty. But Ray says Kane to the ropes. 619 is caught and Ray's running the casket when he kicks out of danger. Now the 619 connects. But Kane gets the feet up at the springboard splash. Ray stops him mid jump down, gets 2 off a roll up. Onto chokeslam to death for the pin.
I'll say this one, comparing it to the previous match with Sheamus and Orton, this one never reached the height of excitement that one did. But this one had a better finish. At least it ended clean here and Kane got the win. Boring as shit though. And storyline is idiotic AF.
This was as good as the matches could be. At the end of the day, it's always impossible to buy Mysterio as a physical 14 guy size Kane. Yeah, something like the 619 can stun him, but it's hard to believe anything that or roll between him 1 and 1 count. That's not to say you guys bad, but that's the problem with a guy Mysterio size sometimes.
D+.
D+. Post-match, Kane wants to make Ray pay for what he did to the Undertaker. He promises to make Mysterio hurt for attorney and lays down with 2 tricks like I do soon. He goes to the case saying, yep, Undertaker's inside. How did he do that, I ask you? Oh, sorry. Taker asks the half dead Ray what happened. But Ray says no. The brothers go out and Kane beats Taker down. I guess turn heel, get a shock in that one. The idea is Taker's still banged up and doesn't have his full powers back yet.
Yeah, so apparently that no good lying son of a bitch Rey Mysterio could have possibly done it. because, he's known to put people in vegetative states. That's his thing. I mean, he's like a master of black magic, and he's an imposing force to where he probably could have just beat Undertaker down with brute strength. Yeah.
Video on Access. We recap Nexus vs. WWE. I think August will well enough, but it's first the NXT economy and Wrestling Tri-Taker Company. Everybody's USA attack various people on sides of revenge. Great Khali was originally set to be on the team, but was taken out by Nexus.
Thank God.
Leaving Team WWE with just 6 guys. Team WWE, also called Cena's Army, is having a lot of problems with Jericho and Clinton over Cena's leadership, only to come back later. Nexus versus Team WWE. Nexus, Wade Barrett, Justin Gabriel, Heath Slater, Michael Tarver, David Tonga, Justin Gabriel, Skip Sheffield. Team WWE, John Cena, Bret Hart, Chris Jericho, Edge, R-Truth, John Morrison, and Mystery. You should know most of Nexus, though, Sheffield later takes the right back. After Team WWE, Miz is at the last man, he comes out, but Cena stops him. Because it needs to be someone who made his decision earlier, instead is Daniel Bryan. This requires a backstory. The night next debut, Bryan was a member of the team. However, he got fired from choking ring announcer Justin Roberts with a necktie as it was a PG. Tonight's Bryan's return, and he wasn't a surprise at all. CW.com actually spoiled the return by mistake for ruin for anyone who saw the website for the match. As a huge brawl start at Cold War.
To be fair, why are you on the website before if you're watching the pay-per-view?
Well, so you could.
I swear we're professional.
Well, it's them.
It's Chris Statler. They're doing squats while lifting Renee while doing the interview. It's rather impressive. I'll give her that. All around.
This match too? Wow.
No.
As a huge brawl start and Cole rips into Bryan with the second moves. Bryan starts with young and a quick label lock. Yes, lock. Makes 7-6 in less than 45 seconds. Justin Gabriel's the next to fight for his troubles. Some kicks the ribs allow for time to truth as things speed up. A suplex in his summer is good for 2. About Gabriel comes out with a spin kick to the face. Ulti Tarver, who was about as worthless as he asked for a man to be. Tarver charges in and boot in the cords Ulti Mars, cynically house with some drop kicks. The flying Chuck, disaster kick. Sets up Starship Pain, split legged twisted moonsault versus second elimination. The remaining 5 hours of Nexus at the 4 for a meet and for full part. Sheffield gets a nod easily for his Morrison around. A big pound step puts Morrison down, some side suplexes work on the back even more. Morrison tries to come back, but Gabriel kicks in the back of the head on Sheffield head, big close up for elimination. True comes in and all close on ties the match up maybe 20 seconds later. Jericho comes in with a set and buckle out for a tackle to Barrett. Utunga's in a few seconds later, but before he got good in the ring. I'm joking. He never got good in the ring.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to Barrett. Trank wants NXT man towards the launch. Jericho gets a boot up in the corner. Close up, puts both guys down as a double tag to Slayer and Hart. Old man Britt pounds away on Heat for a few moments. It doesn't look as bad doing it. It doesn't have the same stat that I used to, but Britt's offense still look good. He pulls out a sharpshooter by Wade, slides into a chair. Britt lets go to hold and crack Sheffield in the back in self-defense. Draw on D2. The roar was another way to rape him due to the inability to take bumps. Sheffield staggers to his feet and walks into a code break from Jericho, followed by a spear from his size up. So recap is Cena, Jericho, Edge, Bryan versus Gabriel, Barrett, and Tonga Slater. On paper, this should be pure domination. Gabriel's in the face, Edge, but Edge scores some kicks to the chest. Justin walks into Edge and back for 2. A big spin kick puts Edge down on the Slayer, who Slater pulls Edge in a corner for a tackle to Barrett, who gets a chin lock. Edge quickly fights up, scores a spin wheel kick, and gets by his corner and swing a neck breaker. Back to Tonga, who's almost booted out of the building. Standing spine busters, he's counter Edge as a pillar, and there's a tackle to Jericho. As a wonder, I don't even see who's been in the match yet at this point. The Roman Bulldog sets up the line, so on the walls are good for a submission from the Tonga. Jericho immediately locks Slayer with the apron, and now able to take him down. Back in Topper, back up as Heath Freeland with Jericho almost running the Cena and allows Slayer hit a run super drop to pin Chris. Edge comes in and yells Cena, but Slayer rams him into John for a roll pin 30 seconds later. Edge lays out Cena, and Jericho has a few kicks to the ribs of his own. So we have Cena Bryan versus Slayer, Gabriel, and Barrett, with Cena getting caught in the Nexus corner. Barrett comes in and peppers Cena with right to left before his ult to Justin crank on the arm. Cena tries to fight back and walks into a side slide for Barrett for no cover. John comes back with a quick fish for a suplex, but Slayer brings up the hot tag attempt. Cena hits a hard clothesline to put Slayer down and dives for the hot tag to Bryan. Daniel comes in for it with a quick German suplex with Slayer, as Striker calls for cowl mutilation, which leaves absolutely nothing to most WWE fans. Bryan backflips over Slater in the corner, hits a
But
running clothesline.
but those guys in that wrestling forum really, really enjoyed it.
Alright. Back in, Bryan hits the missile jockey, counts the rope until the bell locks and goes down to 2-2. Bryan looks at Nexus, and but here's Mr. Bloodshed back with the money in the bank case. Doing Barry easy pin. Gabriel has a hard right hand in the corner, puts Cena down. But Cena comes out with a sequence to take Gabriel down. He loads up the AA, but Barry makes a blind tag burst with a shot to the head. Nexus stop a one on Cena in the corner, a big boot from Wade sends him to the floor. Gabriel and Barry peel the match ringside detail on concrete on Cena out cold. Back in, Gabriel misses the 450, allows Cena to score a quick pin. Barry comes in, gets cornered STF out of nowhere for a fall elimination 20 seconds later.
Yeah, so this worked pretty well for the most part for me. The match had a nice flow to it and it moved rather well, and didn't necessarily have a down moment until the result of the match. Yeah, Cena shouldn't have won this. He wasn't the right choice. As this would end up kneecapping the Nexus going forward. I mean, they had another up in the storyline, I guess, with eventually Cena being employed by the Nexus or forced employment by the Nexus.
Well, that should be him.
But yeah, that should have been here. But I don't know why you can't do both. It's not like Cena would have lost anything.
No, it's on Johnson.
Yeah. No, he wouldn't have. And also, like, this is really probably like the last, I think it's the last time you get to see all 7 members of the Nexus together as well, because I think they start either getting injured or kicked out of the group going forward. So apparently 7 guys unified or sort of fall apart if everybody else is a bigger star but not actually on the same page at all. I mean, to be fair, that's WWE logic anyway. I'm also not a fan of just Barrett up against Cena, which is the right call there, but it only lasted 20 seconds and Cena just tapping him out to the STF. Like, you couldn't have had like a Nexus member run back out or something to distract Cena, and then Wade's plan. That would have been better, but whatever. The match was fine.
The match was entertaining and never dragged, but the ending doesn't hold up when you take out the moment. Now, one thing that doesn't even come on is Cena was in the match until over 20 minutes after the start, so it was hard back up until the very end. That detail in the concrete is a bit too much to take, though. As Cena goes from an out cold to finalist at a minute, I can't quite buy that. This also brings us to the problem with Nexus. They never really won anything. At the end of the day, Barrett was one of a success for a long time.
Although Darren Young's starting to move up in that category.
Yeah. And to this day, he's one of 3 to 7 here, not counting Bryan. On the Nexus, he's one of 3 of the 7 here.
Actually, Heath is number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, just say, like, from 3 years at that point. So say, like, from 2010 to 2013. Let's say it had to be that long. You have, like, Ryback was doing pretty well, I guess, in 2013, by 2013. The rest were, and Barrett was Barrett, but the rest were all mid-card and lower card guys who hadn't accomplished much at that point. Like, as of 2013, I believe Tarver was one. Tonga and Young were lucky to have jobs.
Yeah.
And Tonga might have been going too, at that point as a wrestler. But I'm going to say no. Not yet. Darren Young was lucky to have a job at that point. Slater was a comedy jobber, and Gabriel was like a superstar's mainstay. That's what killed Nexus at the end of the day. They were a bunch of jobbers who swore on big names and nothing more. Overall?
I give the match a B-.
See. I had C+ with them. I thought it was entertaining enough.
Overall, yeah, it was a 1-match show, and the match worked well enough. The rest of this card is a slog of shit to sit about. As there wasn't that nothing else besides the main event broke a C-. So I actually rather enjoyed a WCW 2000 pay-per-view instead of a WWE one from 2010. So
You're welcome. Wait until your next one for SummerSlam.
I'm not saying I gave it a high grade, but it was actually next to sit through. I would say.
Wait till your next pay-per-view I give you if you lose tomorrow. You just said I enjoy watching the shitty WCW shit, so I'll give you more. I'm not done with you. I'm punishing you for all the hell you put me through, shaker.
What hell?
The fact you started my first reign, I started off losing with to a fucking clothesline. I'm still angry about that. This is my chance to get revenge.
I mean, you could have gotten another match right or two.
I could have, but I didn't, so I had to take it on you. That clothesline was 2 years in the making, my friend.
Okay.
I've been planning this for 2 years.
It's nice that I live rent-free.
Right. But you're lucky I make you live rent-free. Well, you're great.
I gave it a C minus.
Well, we gave you the same grade for everything. And we give the same grade for everything. But the main event peels out.
It does.
Yeah, this is a pretty terrible show. With, like, only one match being decent. Main event's pretty good, but it's absolutely nothing worth going out of your way to see either. Nexus was also barely that the Resistance was just a big footnote anymore. Brian went on being the big star out of all of them, you could argue.
Well, yeah. Although he was only with them for one night, so.
And he was literally on the team for one night only, so there you go. Nexus will go and do nothing but Lloyd fans over the next few months. Anyone new members and Punk isn't leaving. The shows we're seeing, and thankfully things will pick up the following year. And that includes Kevin Nash. That includes Booker T, Big Homie,
Yeah.
Kevin Nash. but that show's definitely a step up from this show.
Yes.
So, I'll be done for this. We'll be back tomorrow with our SummerSlam predictions. Maybe we'll review depending on time. And then we'll be back on, not this Monday, the following Monday, with the weekly show reviews and, the Shrimp Rolls Horror Show 2020.
For the following Friday.
Wednesday, because I'll be...
Okay, right.
Yeah, so the following Wednesday will be the, following Monday will be next week's weekly shows. Following Wednesday will be whoever's punishment for SummerSlam. And, Extreme Rules 2020.
Yes.
Which is already punishment enough. Retro review. Somebody's gonna get a punishment on that for that Wednesday.
Yes.
And then, Labor Day weekend will be our match of the 2000, redo.
Mm-hmm.
So now, see you tomorrow with the SummerSlam stuff.
See you later.